Hi, it's Prank from HnOHypnosis friends. I hope you're well, and today I want to talk about the second day of the international coaching certification with new NLP code. And today was an interesting day because we met John Grinder, and it's quite interesting for me because I come there to observe John Grinder and to understand the main difference between him and Richard Bandler. Well, first of all, we know Bandler is more instinctive way, and we can observe. I observe it's my own filter about everything I will say. Is more mental, so it's very interesting because their own way to think NLP is different because there are different people, and I think it's important to everybody to understand. However, whatever we do with hypnosis, personal growth, NLP, and so on, we will always do our own way of discipline, and it's important to be cool with that because a lot of people can't be like Tony Robbins, like Bandler, like Grinder, like Erickson, and so on. You just create your own way to work, and his approach is very kind. I like the way of John Grinder presents NLP and coaching because he defined that coaching at the beginning of the day, and the beginning of the day was a beautiful induction. So it takes time to define what is coaching, and little by little he play with some word like transparency, and with that he puts all the room into trance little by little. I think it was quite 1 hour to do induction with different loop and different deepener and different suggestion. Every suggestion I listen, perhaps I forget some of them or I don't care about some of them, was very positive and very open for people to help them to learn better, to be more confident, to understand that they can do some mistakes. It's not a big deal. And for John Grinder, a coach need to be nice, and the second word for him it's it will come back, but the idea is really a nice. It's not nice, it's smooth, and have a sense of humor. And it's interesting because he showed that all the day he proved by his own way of doing the smooth, the nice way, and the sense of humor. It's interesting because if you went to Bandler seminar, Bandler do a lecture on the morning and go away, and next day you can see him. Grinder was there all the day and do the course all the day. So it's very nice to have all the day with John Grinder, and his way to teach is very specific. In fact, little by little, you understand that he puts you in trance, he gives you some suggestion, and after he open to all question from the students. He answered to everything. So the problem of that is you have no structure like a normal seminar, point 1, point 2, and so on. He just open loops with different questions, give his own idea about that. I think he has in mind some different bullet points he wants to share with us. And with different question, whatever is the question, he give an answer and open about the concepts. So it's a very useful method in hypnosis and NLP. It's confusion. He work a lot about confusion, and it's very interesting because he explained during the day we need to manipulate the process, and we can manipulate the process to put our partner, our clients, in a specific states, because the main thing of new code is specific state and an high performance state. So he manipulates the process with confusion, with open loop all the time, with good suggestion inside, so embedded command, and he do what he explain. But we don't really care about that because we are in the trance and we just take the information, take the suggestion and so on. It's very tricky. I like the way he work to do that. And an interesting point is the third point, position. The third position is very specific from his work, is to put you in dissociation state, to observe you, to do something or to feel something or whatever you will do. And it's fun because he began the seminar with transparency, and just after he talked about to be deep inside ourselves, or to have deep and interesting questions. So he gave deepener at this moment, and just after he say, okay, now I will talk about the third position. So he put us in trance, do some deepener, and after do dissociation. So it's what we need to do in hypnosis and NLP with the explain of the third position. That's very beautiful and very smooth way to put someone in trance, and a big room, we are at 100 in trance. So it's beautiful. For me, it's very beautiful, very tricky, and I love it. So we give a lot of good suggestion. I just take time. I take some notes. It's interesting because he do a lot of signal to observe if people are connected with him, have a good report. One time he do like that, and I observed the room, and perhaps 25-30% of people do or just touch that road. So it was interesting to observe how he manipulates the room in the positive way, to have some feedback about what he do. At the moment he explained, I manipulate with a good intention. A lot of time people explain that. I'm not always agree with a good intention manipulation. I understand the concept, but I have my own idea. But I'm more like Bendler way. My energy is more aggressive, so when I manipulate, I know it's not always for the good things. I know it. Yeah, all the day we have some different points about the new code. Not a lot of stuff. Lot of thing about the soft position, and an exercise with the breath to help people to change their physiognomy with breath, and give him opportunities to go in the bad situation, and only with breath to have new states, because he is own mind about the new code. It's not about change behavior, but change the states. And with the change of the state, you can change the process, and you could change the context, or how you will live the context of the bad thing inside you. So all his tools, the two different tools he gives to us today, was very focused on the change of the state, and we can change the state with the change of physiognomy. In fact, we go to one trance to the other trance, and little by little, if we have bad trance, a bad state of something, with a new resource state, a new resource trance, we can connect and just put away the bad state and anchor it. And just after, with breath, for example, we have a trigger to go back little by little in the same state. So that's the main thing. I will give you some more detail if you want in the next day. So for me, it's interesting this first day to observe him. The black point for me is it's too confused. So I know the presupposition about your subconscious mind know a lot of things your conscious mind don't understand. I disagree with that with a long time, but not big deal. But for me, it's always interesting to understand with my conscious mind, and after let my subconscious mind explain me different way of thinking about that. And a lot of time, I feel I have not enough information about what we do or what we need to do in exercise. It's quite confusing. And he explained, okay, at the end of the day, I hope my strange way to do seminar is good for you. It's interesting because he puts in action what he explained. But for us, if we want to have step in your mind and just the understanding of what he do, it's not enough. And what is cool is it answer to everybody question. So perhaps in the week I will ask him some specific point about what he do with us during the seminar, because actually the question is a lot about what can I do if my client is like that, or if I want to be happy with that and so on. But it's not specifically on what he do, how we do it during the seminar with us, or when he teach, or when he work with indirect suggestion and so on. If you have some question, just let me know. And like every day, just take what is good for you. Take it. Bye-bye.